All right, we'll call the Executive Board of UCHRA to order at this time. Ms. Sherry, when you get time, call roll.
Greg Mitchell.
Here.
Clay Reagan.
Here.
Alan Foster.
Here.
Matt Adcock.
Here.
Josh Miller. Jimmy Johnson.
Here.
Randy Higgins.
Yep.
Lloyd Williams.
Here.
Steve Jones.
Here.
Stephen Barlow. Stephen Gilbert.
Here.
Sam Gibson.
Here.
Randy Porter.
Here.
Warren Wheaton. Jeff Mason.
Here.
John Potts.
Here.
David Sullivan.
Here.
Terry Bell.
Here.
Ralph Chastain. Willie Robinson. Jerry Ballard.
Here.
Representative Cameron Sexton. Senator
All right, we have a quorum. Mayor Potts, you're welcome to sit. DD.
This thing was going up top.
That's fine. I'm sitting back there. All righty. Next thing on the agenda would be approval of consent agenda.
Motion approved.
We got a motion to approve. Second by Mayor Mitchell. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All righty. Next would be the financial report by Ms. Ginger.
This financial report also goes to the end of August. We had revenues of a little over $3.6 million and expenditures of a little over 3.5. We have our matching revenues with our state appropriation, our dues, and unrestricted donations and interest. That total $33,287. We have non-grant related expenditures of a little over $14,000, which nets out a little over $80,000 to the good, but out of that $80,000, $64,000 of that is restricted for transportation use. So as far as unrestricted net income for the period would be a little over $16,000.
Motion approved. Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve Ms. Ginger. Any questions for her before we vote? All right, Ms. Ginger, thank you. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, motion carried. Van Buren Head Start report, Mr. Farmer.
Okay, you've got that in your packet. This is standard, pretty much what we do every month. You're gonna have your financial reports, has the final budget for last year, our activity, credit card report, and our in-kind. We also, have in there the notice where we received some funding from Health and Human Services that goes towards that, as well as a few other policies and things that just need board approval. We're glad to answer any questions that you might have on that information.
Any questions from Mr. Farley about the Van Buren report, Head Start report? If not, we'll entertain a motion to approve. Got a motion by Mayor Reagan and a second by Mayor Sullivan. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All right, moving on. Ms. Linnell, at the CSBG.
Yes,
update.
good morning, everyone. After the last quarter, August, July, and September, in your folders, we were winding up our program years. You can see that services started dropping off definitely in September because we utilized all of our funds. So October 1 starts over the majority of our programs. Of course, we did not run out of LIHEAP funds. LIHEAP has opened back up, and so our offices are becoming more busy. And they'll probably stay that way through the end of the year. But what I really wanted to take a few minutes today and focus on is our commodities program. We've just received notice from the state that we're gonna receive 10 trucks of food by the end of the year. Our warehouse cannot support and hold 10 trucks of food. So what we're working, and we're gonna need your guys' help for our next distributions in November and December, we want to do mega distributions, like giving out half cases, like 12 cans of like, corn, you know, the typical stuff, but we also got like nuts and raisins and things that we think would be good for baking during the holidays, and so we want to just do these big, super distribution events. They would be on the same days and times of the regular events. What we're needing help with is our commodity truck will not hold enough food to do this. So we're looking to you guys and asking, is there anyone in your counties, cities that can help us with trucks, with semi-trucks that maybe have lift gates on them, or you would have a forklift that we can use? What we would need is for them to come to our warehouse, help us, let us get it loaded up, and then just go to the event. What we would do is we wouldn't bag all of these half cases, we would just be setting those in the car. Of course, we'd bag the nuts and dried beans and things like that. We have reached out to Senator Bailey, and there's a couple of counties he said that he might be able to assist us with. He said that if he was able to do that, would the county mayors allow him to potentially leave that trailer dropped at the commodity site for overnight and that be protected. He's saying that he could potentially help with White, Putnam, Van Buren, Cumberland, and Morton. Those are all potential, you know, and Smith County potentially. So I just wanted to introduce this today, let you know that either myself, Sherry Gilbreed, or the county coordinator, or maybe a combination of all of us, are gonna be reaching out to you guys just to see if there's ways that you can help us pull this off. Does anybody have any questions or feel like they could help us in some form or fashion? And just think we can do photo ops, you guys can be there also. I mean, it'd be a great community event.
We got the tractor, we still have a trailer as far as the new truck. Well, we probably get one from Agri, that was part of it.
We even thought that, and you know, maybe even, with Tutco, we thought we could possibly reach out to them to see, because they've done some work with us in the past with their facility. So just keep that in your mind, we're hoping it's gonna be huge. We wanna do some advertising. For example, at Putnam County, usually about how many do we have come through there, Sherry? Probably about high threes.
Yeah.
So, and we're thinking, you know, if we advertise this even more, then we could have even higher. But what we have to really focus on is trying to do a good count to make sure we have enough food there, because there won't be any going back to Cookville to get more food. So, just wanted to throw that out there and let you know that we'll be reaching out to you guys, and we're pretty excited about getting all this food out the door.
Good deal. Thank you, Ms. Linnell. Any questions for her?
All right, thanks.
Okay. Next thing on the agenda would be action items. UCHRA 24 Governing Board. Or you want to explain?
Yes. We, of course, the way our bylaws are now set, the city mayors appoint a couple from the 3 sub-regions. We did that ballot in the last couple of months, and the winners of that out of the North region was Mayor Lauren Wheaton of Cookville and Lloyd Williams of Gainsborough. From the West region would be Mayor John Potts of Gordonsville and Mayor Josh Miller of Smithville. And the Southern region is Mayor Alicia Farmer out of Spencer and Mayor Jerry Lowry out of Sparta. And that's how that was voted on by their counterparts on the city mayor side. Just needs to be approved.
Any questions?
I know Mark serves as the mayor of Monterey, and does his job here too, that's, some kind of board for doing it. I make a motion to approve.
I've got a motion to approve, I got a second. Got a second.
For those you don't know, I am not the mayor of Monterey. It's Mark Farley, is the other mayor.
Mark Farley?
He's talented,
He is.
you know, I mean, I don't know how you get the truth either. All right, so we got a motion and a second. Ms. Sherry, call roll.
Greg Mitchell,
Yes.
Dale Reagan,
Yeah.
Alan Foster,
Yes.
Matt Adcock,
Yes.
Jimmy Johnson,
Yes.
Randy Yanni,
Yep.
Corey Williams,
Yes.
Steve Jones,
Yes.
Stephen Bilbrey,
Yes.
Sam Gibson,
Yes.
Randy Porter,
Yes.
Jeff Mason,
Yes.
John Potts,
Yes.
David Sullivan,
Yes.
Terry Bell,
Yes.
Jerry Lane.
Yes.
All right, motion approved. Next thing's program updates, Mr. Farley.
I just want to put that on the radar, the next thing, of course, the last couple of years through HRA, we have been very involved with the Empower of Cumberland, along with our core partners. You know all about that program, we'll talk about it in detail. I feel like the second phase is getting ready to roll out by the state. State Department of Human Services, Commissioner Clarence Carter had a fatherhood conference a couple of weeks ago, and it was very well done. They are getting ready to roll out a whole series of grants and programs trying to get fathers back involved in the homes. You know, the Empower program is TANF, Temporary Assistance for Needy Families. That's where that money comes from. a couple of core tenets in that deal with fatherhood. So I believe they're probably gonna take some of the surplus from the TANF dollars and try and roll out. And they've got four components of their initiative that they're rolling out. And they have said at the end of this year and the start of 2024, they are hoping to roll out 3 grant programs. They want to build programs across the state of Tennessee to address the fatherhood or the lack of fathers in the home. They want to do a messaging campaign, and they want to do some research. So those are the 3 tiers. We've already started, we talked about this in our policy council meeting, and we've already started forming some partnerships, hopefully loosely based, try and see if we want to go after this funding when it is announced here, hopefully in the next couple of months. So I bring that up just to let you know, first of all, that's a focus that we're going to be looking at probably in 2024, but also there's probably other partnerships. Now, when you look at that conference, and it was a great conference, there was roughly 350 people there, it was in Nashville. Probably the majority of the programs that deal with fatherhood are all in West Tennessee. You get over your Memphis and your Jackson, they have a lot of programs in West Tennessee. Not as much in Middle and East Tennessee. And I think that's one of the things they're realizing, they need to spread this work across all 95 counties. And there's always the rural versus urban. And Mr. Carter and I had a great conversation. He realizes those programs have to be different. What works in Nashville and Memphis and Knoxville won't necessarily work in the Upper Cumberland counties. And he and I talked about that. I think they're they recognize the need to have both rural and urban programs out there. And I think the work we've done with Empower has got us noticed at the state level, and I think we'll have a good shot at getting some of this funding as well. So I say all that to say this: if you know of any groups, any nonprofits that have tried to do this or are interested in doing fatherhood initiatives, get them in contact with us. Help us know who those are, and we'll try and set up and bring them in, just like we did the process going through Empower, making sure we had all the key partners in place. We want to do that with this initiative as well. Some of those partners may do this as well, some may drop off, they have different ones. So we want to get this word out. So if you know of any groups that have tried this or are interested in doing this, get them in contact with us, and we'll try and get them a part of the process as well. The last update I've got, where's Holly Monteith? Is she? Come on up, Holly. We want to update you. We are getting ready to kick off some new software in our transportation. So we need a little grace and mercy from you for the next few months. There may be some disruptions in service, but we are confident in talking to other areas. Once we get this new software in place, it's going to make life a whole lot easier. So, Holly, why don't you update just a little bit what you've got going on?
It is. We are very excited. So the state has allowed us and other HRAs across the state to receive a new scheduling software, which is called EcoLane. Now, EcoLane will, you know how a software company is, they'll promise you the world. So right now, I'm taking them up on it, but we do expect to see reduced wait times, more efficiency as far as our vehicles and our drivers' hours that we currently use. It's going to be just create a better customer experience in general, as well as allow our internal staff to see more operational improvements. But as Mr. Farley said, there's going to be a few bumps, but we are doing as much as we can on the front end to be as proactive as we can be to ensure that any disruptions are as limited as possible. Now, Miss Amy did create a little flyer here if you're interested. It does provide more information. But like I said, we're very excited. This is going to be a great thing, and we're going to be better for it once we jump that hurdle. So, any questions? Well, if not, I just want to say that I certainly appreciate all of you for your support. It's great to know that any issues or any favors that we might need or any help that we might need to ask for, that you're always more than willing to supply. And please remember that if you do have any needs from us, to let us know. Okay? Thank you.
Just keep in mind, not everybody loves change, and we've got a lot of drivers that are not, they don't love technology very well. They're not learning new software. So you may hear a little grumbling. If you do, I want you to know what's going on, and just bear with us. We're going to get them trained as best we can and get it ready to go on. So
We keep telling.
When does it kick out?
November.
November.
November, yes, sir. Yeah, we've got week of training, and then we're gonna implement the following week. So, thank you.
The last thing I've got, I'm on, and he's popped in here late, Tyler Asher in the back row. Tyler, introduce your new partner back there, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Sorry for tardiness, we were doing our programmatic review. This is Brooke McDonald. She will be, she's already come on board. She's gonna be working with us as Jody moves into a different role with the intern program and working with tech. So Brooke is here. She is from the great county of Overton County, so we're excited to have her. So we'll stick around so you can meet her.
Working with the Small Business Development Center.
Anything else? You don't have anything on executive? No. You just covered that? Alrighty, moving on to the next thing. We got any old business, to do with the Human Resource Agency? What about new business? Public comments? Speak now, forever hold your peace. Alrighty, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. I've got you, Jacob, second, yes. All in favor say aye. Aye. Any noes? All right, we're adjourned.